Okay, how to be a writer. This guy, Ivan McCombs, he's asking me about screenplays. And he says, in the process of writing a screenplay, he just wanted to know, at what point, how do you keep the story moving forward? He's got an amazing story plan, but when I get to the middle, I can't move it forward, so I start over. What I am saying is, what are some techniques to planning out the story before I actually begin writing it? Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Anyways, so he watches all my vids, so yeah, thank you, man. Um, anyways, I kind of understand exactly what you're talking about, because the problem with my mind is that I think more of the environment, and the thing about an environment is that, well, so it's an environment, it exists on its own, it's going to exist in perpetuity, and so then you let the characters loose, and it's like, okay, well, what's their momentum for doing something? Because really, you want to cover either day to day or just an exciting period, but it's got to have regularity. It's got to feel real. Band of Brothers, that's real. Guys are dying all the time, and it's just it's raw, But you got to have that in your stories, and so part of the way you have that in your stories is that you. I think this is like just the way I'm going to play it from now on. Is I'm going to flip a coin, with characters. I'm going to make somebody, and I'm just going to kind of realize inside, okay, you know what? The next time this guy gets into a certain situation, he'll die. And I think the way I'll do it is like, all right, I'll create the character, bam, and then bam, flip a coin, heads or tails. Heads he lives, tails he dies. And okay, so from that point on to the end of the story, the guy is going to die, or he's going to live. So, and that's, yeah, I think I'll do that, and then that way, for the next story, same thing. All the characters I have, flip a coin, live or die, and then go from there. So, a chance, because I just, I never know who to kill. I don't want to kill, because like I spent so much time, creating this guy. Now I got to kill him off. Oh, it's annoying. But anyways, so how do you perpetuate? How do you move the story forward? Yeah, I have that a lot too. For Gang of Daggers, that was my problem, because it's year one, and it's like, wow, we've done it. Well, we've done quite a bit. Year two, they are like, geez, man, all right, we fought, man. We've done some stuff. Year three, they're like, God damn, dude, we came, we saw, we kicked some major ass in this war. We've single-handedly turned this war around. And then year four, like, well, the last year, and it's like, all right, that's it. We have totally destroyed the enemy, just totally like annihilated everything, and you feel pretty good, feel pretty confident. Like, all right. But the thing is, they still got all of senior year to go, because it's during the summer times that they're traveling. But anyways, so yeah, it's like they are, it's them going through the year, and what do they do? How, what do I add to that? It's like, what's going on? And so that's when I've been thinking is one scene, and like, oh, okay, perfect ending, So, and really, I think it also epitomizes like a lot of stuff that I say about my writing, is that I want people to read my stuff and to think and feel like this could be me. I could do this. I could recreate what this guy did. And it's more about like just how you can physically just overcome, and learn something. So that's the other thing. I just don't like these stories and ideas that, all right, well, you're going to have somebody who, they start out weak and then they grow powerful, and then like, oh, round two kind of thing happens. No, I don't like that. It's better like, if the guy's down, you can take him down, kill him. That's it. So, and you never know when you're going to just meet the fight of your life. So that's the other thing. I hope I got in there, and I kind of think to myself too, like, God, well, these guys are living. I don't want these guys to die, but what's really one of them should die, or really there should just be like massive division amongst the group. But it's like, well, no, if I was in charge, this is how I keep these guys alive. I just say, look, don't fight to win, just fight. Just kind of like tease the guy, just keep a distance, a space from him. Overwhelm. We're faster than these guys. We're healthier than these guys. These guys wear out right away. And that's all you got to do. You just got to, just really act real quick. And these guys wearing armor, been traveling, malnourished, they're going to be a little slower. So they may have skill, but you got speed. And it's like, yeah, you got it. And also the fact that they're just as big as these guys. So that size comes into play every once in a while. That's why the biggest guys in the group, either the tall fat guy or the fat guy, they get pegged as the fighter. You basically give them the heaviest weapons and the most armor to wear, and the other thing is that he has everybody run. The leader just has all these guys run, and that sort of thing. The reason why I'm describing all this, because it makes you understand. But all this building up, all this practice, so to speak, all this training of the physical guys, you need an example of it. You need to really display for the audience an example of it. So for my writing, that's what I did. As far as the screenplay, well, they say a lot of films, it goes good and then it goes bad, kind of thing, up to the first half, and then it goes downhill from there. So the thing is, okay, well, if you've written half of the story and then it gets good and that's it, well, then just end it there. If you reach a climax of some sort, make that the climax, and now just write the backstory. Write more backstory maybe, because okay, so the action starts and then it stops, kind of thing. All right, well, why did this action take place? What was the purpose or the momentum of the action? And I think in a lot of cases, this is why you see flashbacks often employed in stories. So, and if it's a screenplay, you can do flashbacks, and that's kind of what you do a lot of times. But a lot of audiences don't like it, and like with Lost too. It's for Lost, it's okay once or twice, kind of thing. But there's that's why few movies do flashbacks, because it's just annoying. Just keep us in real time. That's why despite the fact that 24 is it's kind of crazy in how they come up with something new and more ridiculous, to lead on to the next part and the next part, and it's oh God already, and then just the support crew pulling just stuff out of their ass, to oh, this is what you're gonna do, oh, hey, we found out this little tidbit of knowledge, okay, hey, we got this tidbit of knowledge, oh, jeez, man. It's, to me, yeah, you should plan and map out your stories, and I think that would actually be a better idea, because that's what I did with this story. I always kind of have a problem, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to, put this story together, kind of thing. But it was more about, what's a climax? What's a good climax I can give to the story? What's a decent climax I can give to the story? And when I figured out, okay, yeah, that would work, because the other thing is that he's always been in one situation. Now he's got just this, so that's really ultimately, and for people who may not like the character too, the main character, that's something else. So that's something else to realize and consider, is that this may be, I'm not presenting a good or a bad guy, or a guy that you can just totally get behind and root for, because, like I said, he's a selfish character. He's a guy that, this is what I want. That's why it's a Tony Soprano kind of mentality approach, to the characters. Every guy's gonna be selfish. I'm writing about kids who are drinking and whoring, and then they get their meat on and they go out and kill somebody, kind of stuff. And it's I try to make it attractive